It's a new Sunline here with Barry O'Connell, who's helping George Groves prepare for his title fight against Badou Jack September 12th in Las Vegas. Barry, tell us how camp has been going from your perspective on the fitness end.
Camp has been going fantastic. It's genuinely the best camp we've ever had. We came out a little bit early because we were expecting the fight to be around August the 22nd, and obviously because it then got moved to September 12th, it's by accident ended up being even better than it could have been, because we've been here for I think 7 weeks by the time the fight comes along. So we've more than acclimatised to the to the altitude, and obviously go back down to Vegas for fight week. George is in a really, really good place. A really good place.
How has that been going? Have you needed to make any adjustments with the altitude training over at Big Bear?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we look into these things from a scientific point of view, physiological and psychological. So we decided to come out 4 weeks early, so the bodies can adjust, because it will take us a week to sort of get into things up there rather than hitting the ground running. And then obviously in that time, things were happening in the background with, is it going to be August the 22nd? Is it going to be September the 12th? And it's just worked out that we've been here even longer, which is great, because the reason we come here is so there's no distractions, and there are no distractions up in Big Bear. So it's a beautiful place, but all we do is train, eat really, really well, rest, train again, and that's what camp life should be about, really.
And you mentioned earlier that this has been the best camp, and we know he trained really hard for the 2 fights against Franco. He's never been a lazy fighter by any means. Tell us what specifically you feel makes this the best camp ever that you've had with George.
Well, I only started working with George literally about 8 weeks before the first Fox fight, so we didn't really know each other very well. And in almost 2 years together now, we sort of bonded, learned a bit about each other. Some of the things that I would give someone else to do wouldn't necessarily work for George, and vice versa. So now I know George really, really well, and everything just seems to have come together in this camp. So the other camps went really well, but now because we know each other really, really well, there's certain things that I probably didn't do in the last camp that I can do now. And again, we've built his conditioning levels up to a point now where we can exploit as much as we can out of his physical attributes.
And how will those things manifest themselves in the ring? What can we expect from George on the 12th?
I expect, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right, to see a fantastic performance, both from a tactical point of view, from what Paddy does with him, which I've seen over the last, again, 2 years start to evolve together, and then from a physical point of view, I think you're going to see a really, I don't want to give anything away, but a really, really dominating performance from George, not only in this fight, but then going forwards over the next couple of years. You'll see a fantastic George Groves.
Barry, thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.